Hello everyone, it's finally time for another episode of How Strong Would You Be? And what is probably the most requested out of all of these, how strong would you be if you became a Super Saiyan God? That's right, how strong would you be if you became a Super Saiyan God? Now, before we start this video, can I just say something real quick? That's right, everyone. It's your host, Killer Meme Star, here today, and we are bringing you how strong would you be if you became a Super Saiyan God. Now, remember, when you're watching this video, remember this is how strong you would be, how strong you as the viewer of this video would be as a Super Saiyan God. Now, if you didn't watch the other episodes of this, you probably should, because you're more than likely going to be lost at this point. So let's do a short recap in case you're too lazy to do that, and then let's get started. So last time on How Strong Would You Be, you and your Saiyan adversary that you met on Facebook both shit out Batara earrings. After merging into the Ultimate Warrior Saiya dude, you did battle with the League of Vengeance. After slaughtering the League of Vengeance commanders did battle with you, Robo Hitler, Darth Bin Laden, and a guinea pig. After slaughtering them, you and Saiya Dude parted ways, and you got a call from Tupac from heaven. He FaceTimed you to let you know that the Divine Lord of Vengeance, Lord Harambe, is coming to Earth to make his vengeance upon you for defeating his League of Vengeance. That was a mouthful. That's where we left off, and let's get started for real this time. Just after Tupac teaches you how to become a Super Saiyan God, the heavens suddenly part and Harambe appears before you. Harambe then whispers, "I did nothing wrong." Then, while he's babbling on and you look puzzled, you raise your arms into the sky to call upon the powers of the gods themselves. Tupac, Chewbacca, Optimus Prime, the Cat in the Hat, and a goldfish. With their powers combined, they reach down from heaven and grant you the powers of a god himself, and you become a Super Saiyan God. Now, how strong would you be as a Super Saiyan God? There are many ways to calculate Super Saiyan God's power. Actually, there are 3 ways in particular. There's one where you calculate the individual himself. There's one where you calculate the power of Vegito, because Goku said that Beerus at 1% power would be too much for Vegito to handle. And then there's 3 where you calculate the feats of Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Super Saiyan God, and you can find the difference between them. So for the sake of this video, we like to go with what's higher on the list, so we're going to be using Vegito's scaling, but I will mention the feat scaling as well, because it's pretty simple to do. So for Vegito, we usually take Goku and Vegeta's bases, which are confirmed 3 million and 3 million by the Daizenshu and just the Frieza sagas, right? These are the lowest, well, these are the last official power levels we have, so this is actually a lowballed calculation. They actually get much stronger later on, but we use these calculations to calculate Vegito. So basically, the Super Exciting Guide says that Vegito is Goku times Vegeta. So we say 3 million times 3 million is 9 trillion, and that would be Vegito's base. So Vegito's base form would be a power level of 9 trillion. And then with Super Saiyan 3, you multiply that by 400, which would be 3.6 quadrillion. That would be the power of a Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, hypothetically. And then we say that Beerus at 1% power equals Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, because Goku thought that Vegito would not stand a chance against Beerus at 1% power. So basically, Beerus at 1% equals Vegito Super Saiyan 3. And then we remember in Battle of Gods that Akira Toriyama said that Super Saiyan God was a 6 and Beerus was a 10. So in Battle of Gods, where this calc actually originated from, Goku was 60 times stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Vegito, at least at the time that Akira Toriyama said that calc. But it's still kind of relevant today. I'd say it's less relevant nowadays because we don't know how much Beerus was using against Goku anymore. But if we're using Battle of God scaling, this is what we get. So basically, you get a multiplier of 72 billion. Now, surprisingly, this is actually lower than the calc that doesn't use power levels. If you don't like using power levels, then this one is for you. So basically, a highballed Super Saiyan 3 Goku during the Buu Saga is around galaxy level. And with the Super Saiyan God form, he's universal. And the difference between a universe and a galaxy is, of course, 100 to 200 billion times, which is lower than the Vegito calc. I wasn't expecting that, actually. But we're going to be using the highest calculation, which is 200 billion for your form. So Super Saiyan God is now making you 200 billion times stronger, raising your power level to 1 fucking trillion. That's right, 1 trillion is your power level. That's goddamn insane. Alright, 1 trillion power level, let's go. What can you do with the power level of 1 trillion? Now, 1 trillion is basically the level of, some people say it's the power of Super Vegito, some people say it's weaker than Super Vegito. But for the sake of this video, we'll just say you're as strong as Super Vegito now, because some people have it a lot lower. Some people say that Super Vegito is like in a few hundred billion. Some people say he's a few trillion. So we're just going with the middleman and say you're as strong as Super Vegito now. Now, when you have the power of Super Vegito, how strong are you exactly? As Super Vegito, you have the power to literally punch through a character that can scream open holes in the universe so big that he can suck in other dimensions to crush our universe. And you have the power to literally just punch through that. You are literally now the real One Punch Man, right? One punching an entire universe. Now, I'm not implying you're universal in power, but you very well may be, because this character, Buhan here, was able to, just by screaming, open dimensional rifts so large that they could suck in other dimensions that could crush our entire universe. That's an insane level of power. Now imagine you're so strong you can literally just one-shot that scream attack. That's insane. One-shotting an attack that can literally obliterate the universe. And for speed, we're just using the linear scale still. So for the linear scale of speed, you were 100,000 times faster than light before, and now you're 100 times stronger than that. So now you are 10 million times faster than light. So now you're 10 million times faster than light and have the power to basically obliterate the universe. And in a sudden burst, you and Harambe begin to do battle. It is clear that Harambe is way stronger than you anticipated, and he beats you into a pulp. After kicking you throughout the universe, he then charges up a death ball that can destroy it all. He launches it at you, and as you try to hold it back, you struggle and your Super Saiyan God form wears out. It looks as the ball is about to consume you, as you are no more than just a normal human at this point. Everything blacks out, and then you hear something in the distance. You hear a whisper. Plot. Then all of a sudden a blue aura surrounds you, and the Super Saiyan God form reawakens itself as you kick the death ball back at Harambe. Harambe swiftly dodges the death ball and then in shock looks at you. But then that shock turns into a grin as he realizes your Super Saiyan God boost was only temporary. But little does he know that you have now absorbed Super Saiyan God into yourself. And with that you become a Super Saiyan 4 with God Essence. You and Harambe have a stare down. It looks like Harambe is now actually a bit nervous now. You and Harambe clash fists, and with a sudden burst an entire solar system explodes, and then a galaxy, and what appears to be you and Harambe shaking the entire universe itself. Then, just as about as you attack Harambe with your full power, he suddenly gives you a hug. A halo appears above his head, and he says, "I am sorry, my son." You look shocked, and he just taps Super Saiyan 4 right out of you, and you return to your base form, now in God Essence. Harambe explains how he came to the universe not for revenge, but to find a savior, one that could do the vengeance for him. You see, Harambe is already dead, so he may not influence the universe as he wishes, as it is against the code of heaven. However, you now have the power to avenge Harambe, and the one who planned his assassination. A meme so spicy that he became one with the universe itself, Ainsley. Now, Harambe teaches you a special chant to where you can call upon his power, and then with angel wings flaps his way back into the heavens. You look confused, but then you must learn that you must ascend, even Super Saiyan God. Well, that's the end of that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the new format. I'm going to dish the next one out in a week or so. I actually have a lot planned for it this time, unlike the Super Saiyan God one. I was doing a lot of this off the top of my head, and I hope you'll forgive me for that, but I was really just kind of stretching there. But I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. And before we end the video, I just had one last thing to say.